The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another House of Stein Hot 10 comic show brought to you by these guys that are hanging out with me tonight on the House of Stein, and everybody in the live chat. Thank you for hanging out, making this show amazing. The engagement has been great. We love all our live chatters and all the people that hit those thumbs up as soon as they get in. We love you guys even more because it helps out the show even more. So it's free, it's easy to do, and if you're not subscribed, hit the sub button, which is even easier. We got a killer show tonight to talk about some killer books, and away from MegaCon for a week, it feels nice. Not too many MegaCon variants in the list this week.
Wait, is that a good sign or a bad sign then?
I don't know.
Shouldn't con books last like at least 2 weeks to a month of
Maybe.
being depending on how good the books are, right?
Yeah.
Well, but they start out so high that there's really nowhere for them to go.
It's from the FOMO and people like.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Amen. So, what do you say we just get into it? You guys ready?
Yeah.
We'll start it off.
Good.
Starting off with a book I saw on IG, and it just made me remember it so much. You guys know I'm a huge Garbage Pail Kids fan, and I told Stein about this. We got to throw this on the Whoa Book of the Week because this is John Pound art, the great John Pound who did all the Series 1 and Series 2, I believe, Garbage Pail Kids. He still does a lot of them today. And he did comic art early on, and this is early John Pound comic art, but this isn't the book. This is not the Whoa Book of the Week. An even better by John Pound cover is this one, Coming from Mars #2, which is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous John Pound comic work. 1979,
nice,
right?
That's cool. Yeah.
So he did these, and they're like, "Hey, let's get the artists from the adult comics to go do kids trading cards."
It's weird, man. I think he was working on wacky packages at the time, because he had there's a wacky packages card that's like the Cabbage Patch Kids, and that's where they got the idea for the Garbage Pail Kids, you know. So I think he was working over there. I'm sure there's people in the chat that might know, the history of that a little bit better, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Ronnie's like, I have 54 MegaCon exclusives. You're killing me. My bad.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's get on to it. The Blow.
That's a crazy. That's a crazy cover, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
I love it, bro.
Oh,
the
yeah.
aliens.
Yeah.
The
There's like all
tentacles.
kinds of stuff going on there.
It's like Golden Age with a modern twist.
Yeah.
It even has a skull and crossbones on it. I loved it.
That's dope. All right, let's get to the Blow cover of the week.
Oh, that blows. That blows.
And this one blows. I Like Comics #1 from, I don't even know the publisher.
It's a self-published book. So I found this thank you to Daniel Bess, odannyboy.blogspot.com is where I found this. And and it was really funny. So this was, let's see,
Peter Baggy,
So-
is that who did the cover?
So despite the cover being like super bad, the interiors is supposed to be really good. But it's like one of those things, right? That like I guess you can judge a book by a cover, and like you can remember it that is horrible, right? So it might be a
Well,
smart thing.
maybe he, it says get the straight poop on, so maybe he got the poop on inside. I don't know.
Isn't that like a certain style? I've seen that kind of big head and like kind of, what do they call it? Collage-y? Like it looks collage-y kind of like a collage.
Oh,
Like caricature?
yeah, caricature.
Caricature, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely old school style. What does that
Yeah,
say?
so this is like
83?
Yeah, so no one knows if there was actually an issue 2 to this either. And let's see, who's the publisher? I think it does say. I Like Comics is a magazine created by and for folks who like comics. It's published on an ad hoc basis by Makeshift Media Enterprises. Everything in this magazine is copyrighted to their respective artists and writers.
Interesting. Self-published books on the Below Book of the Week. So, good stuff. All right. James Kreider said Peter Baggy's Hate ran for a couple of years at Fantagraphics. Yeah, that's where I recognized the name. I was like, that's interesting. All right, let's get into Buy the Dip. And we start off with a sick Art Adams cover, a cover that I'm going to start keeping my eye out for if they are this cheap, because this is a badass cover. Shield number 9 from 2015, the 1 in 50 Howling Commandos cover.
Yeah, this was like really hard to find for a long time, and like everybody wanted it. And people who didn't know about it were like completely missing out. And I don't know if it's just people now just know about it or what, and more of them popped out. I'm not really sure. All I know is this thing raw, it peaked like 200 plus. This was really hard to get. It sold this week for $55, so just barely at ratio. And I think it was a near mint plus copy.
Oh, it wasn't a 9.8?
Well.
I thought it was a 9.8. Oh, I put 9.8 on there. Okay.
No. It was these are raw.
Okay.
On this one, it was raw, but still, I mean, it was a near mint plus copy for $55. Like I said, raw, these were 200 plus at the peak.
Wow. That's crazy.
Doc.
He says that.
And he has all 9.8s too, so it's like watching the stock market. Oh, my stock's going up. Boom.
That $55, I'm not sure if that was from an auction or buy it now. Heroes, I can't remember.
All right. Moving on next book on Buy the Dip, Sensational SheHulk number 34, the famous Demi Moore homage. And this one was a 9.8 sale, right?
This was 9.8, yes. So this one peaked, 9.8s of these peaked at like $300 to $400. This week it had the lowest sale since 2009. So the last 15 years, a 9.8 of this sold for $60. So if you ever did want like these She-Hulk things, that people were buying, now I'm assuming that, and I didn't really look to see what is the other, the jump rope one. I'm assuming that one's probably down as well. Yeah, $60 for a 9.8 of this. Pretty low.
No, that's awesome, man. I'll be on the lookout for these books. Well, at least the more rare ones. Moving on. We've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 1, the 1 in 25, the famous 1 in 25 for this book that we all heard about for many moons during the pandemic. Many people on many shows talked about this book. Super tough book to find. And what was the high for this Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur variant?
9.8s were over 1,000.
Yeah, I was thinking like 1,200, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 9.8s were definitely over 1,000. And shout out to Yee on this one, for throwing this one in. There was a 9.6 sale, which 9.6s were over 500 at one point. 9.6s sold for $160.
Wow.
And a 9.8s are down to $325.
Shout out to Ronnie and Rascal Superdog. He says, hit the damn like button. McClay hits the blunt and we hit the like MegaCon fire sale. Yeah. Yep. All right. Moving on. One I absolutely love. I think this book, if I can buy these at 9.8 for this price, I'd be scooping them up all day. Just because I love this cover so much. The Department of Truth #9, the Chin Potter Banksy homage, which is they say is limited to 500 copies.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember a couple years ago, this was on the Hot 10. Everybody wanted this. It is really cool looking for sure.
It's like it was a $500 book at one point in time.
Yeah,
wasn't
raw, 400 raw.
It?
It was basically like $400, whatever. But this week it sold for an all-time low. A CGC 9.8 sold for $80. So if you did ever want this, now would be the time to go look for it, because it's now under $100 for 9.8.
Well, Department of Truth books in general are probably all down.
They are.
Yeah. So.
They definitely are. You can get. I think I saw what is the secret variant of #1.
Mm-hmm.
The
Kennedy.
Oswald. The Oswald cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's so. I mean, that was like that was like $100 raw book. I think I saw 9.8 of that sell for like $40 or $50 or something.
No way! Wow.
Yeah. So
that sounds about right. Yeah, I think I've seen that too as well.
What is that ratio? Like 1 in 10, something like that.
I don't remember. I just remember it was like a secret or something. I don't remember what the.
I don't think they had a number to it, but I think people were just guessing around the 1 in 10, 1 in 5, something like that. Something weird. Or like 1 in 7. I don't know.
Shout out to Stephanie Jackson for subscribing.
Nice.
Yeah, man, this is a nice little buy if you can pick them up at this price. I'd be buying them all day, especially if there's only 500 of them out there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Shout out to everybody that's here. 113 catching by the dip live. Make sure you guys check out Richie's page, Spec Media, where they do a little bit more info on By the Dip and do some great card content over there. So good shit. Make sure you guys check out his page. Link below.
Did you forget my 5th book?
Which is the 5th one?
Is X-Men #20, and this one's like my personal ouch.
Yeah.
Like X-Men #20.
Oh, yes, I did
Del,
forget it. This one.
Yes, the Mike Del Mundo.
Yes, I apologize.
This is literally like one of the the most like the coolest concept for a cover that I've seen in a while. This is like really, really smart cover.
We talked
really
about this one, right, Ben?
Oh yeah,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
really,
this book too. Yeah,
really well done. Yeah, Del Mundo killed it on this. I mean, this was like outstanding. Believe it or not, a CGC 9.8 sold this week for $4.
No, wow.
What? This is
The
a
ratio?
one in, is this a ratio? I can't remember.
I don't think this was a ratio, no. But yeah, $4.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of criminal. When an artist does do something like really original and does it well, like those should not be $4 9.8s.
Yeah.
It's a 9.8 for $4.
Yeah, 9.8. Yeah, 9.8. Yeah, look.
I thought you meant just raw. Oh
No,
my
look.
goodness.
OJ Pimpson's the buyer. Like he's the buyer.
Wow, good for you, OJ. Nice.
That was a fucking score. $20 shipped. Wow.
Fuck. Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
Doc.
Everything must sell. The seller.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
OJ Pimpson buying on a dip.
Yep. Smart man.
He should be writing these articles for us. Or just let us know what you buy for next week so we can put it on the list, you know.
Oh man. All right, moving on, you guys. Let's get into.
So John's asking what's going on. Is he going to say? Are you saying what's going on the cover, or what's going on
On the
where I
show.
sell for $4?
Yeah.
On the cover, I mean, it's obvious that she's, changing her appearance and making Xerox copies, right?
Yeah.
Of Magneto, right? Of all these
All of
these
them.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a bunch of different people.
Yeah, she's just changing her. She's just shape shifting to make face copies of everybody. It'd be funny. I'm sure they couldn't, or Marvel wouldn't let them do it, but just to do like butts, like where,
She looks like she's wasted.
Yeah, she
Passed
does.
out on the coffee
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
It's the office party,
I like
It's
the
like-
look
it's
on her
like-
face. She looks
Yeah.
like devilish, Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good shit. All right.
Oh,
let's
he's on his cell phone. He couldn't see it. Gotcha.
oh, yep.
All right, let's get into it. The almost 10. Starting off with an interesting one. This kind of reminds me of a book we talked about on Wednesday night, the Steranko Shield book, the famous Steranko Shield book. It's kind of got that like architecture, that cubism type thing going there. The one hand issue number 1, the Alvaro Martinez Bueno surprise variant.
Yeah. So what is the deal with this? Do you guys know anything about this book? Because this just came out.
My first time seeing this, I don't even remember going over it.
I saw it in the store on Wednesday. Like, I Wednesday ordered it, and I could have picked it up for I don't even know how much. Don't tell me.
Probably cover price. No, I mean it's not like it's not super expensive. Like it's selling
Okay.
for selling for like $10 plus.
Oh, okay. I'm not even sweating that then.
Yeah, you're all good. Well, until 2 weeks, and they're like, oh gosh, nobody has this, and it's $50. So,
I know where
I
to
don't
get
know.
it now.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with this book. I think like all the issue are all. Maybe I'm confusing it. Well, I might be confusing it, so I'm not even going to say it. So, but this one's pretty cool. I like these when they have these surprise variants or secret variants or whatever, especially of books that may not be heavily ordered.
I agree.
That's cool. Yeah, it
Or
looks like
with
an
other
interesting
books
series.
that overshadow it.
Here's the series. It looks like interesting
Reminds
covers.
me of Tetris.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Moving on. We've got the Sensational SheHulk issue number 5, the new issue, the new 1 in 100 from Lobos, which is a great cover. Excellent. Looks better without the trade dress. I say that not very often, and this is one that does look better without the trade dress.
Agreed.
Man, I tell you, like just looking at his style, when I first looked at this, I thought it was Hughes.
Yeah.
I really thought it was Hughes.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's Lobos. But
Is he a Hughes understudy?
No, I don't think so, but he definitely has a style. He's got a Hughes Dodson-esque style,
yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know if it's his line work. Like her shoes definitely look like Hughes drew them, but even just like the people that are in the crowd behind her, they just look like what Hughes
Very
uses
soft.
and stuff like. Yeah, just something that just looks like her. Yeah, the you can get the trade dress for cover price or whatever, but this 1 in 100 is like 110.
And as you said, it's 1 in 100. Did this get a late start or something? Because I was on New Comic Book Day and I was looking for this on eBay to see if it was moving. Didn't see any. I mean, I saw them selling, but I didn't see. Did you notice? Like, was there like a gradual trend up, ascending? Or?
There was only a couple sales. That's why I had it on the almost
Okay.
10 because there was only a couple. But I do have a question. Does anybody know? Was there any store variants for this? Because if there's not,
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean,
probably
this is
very rare.
issue number 5.
Chances are it's probably no store variant, right?
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
I mean, how how many stores are going to order
many.
She-Hulk number 5? 100
Yeah.
copies?
Post con too.
Yeah,
Totally.
post-con.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Well,
This
and
one,
like I said, I even Wednesday ordered it, and then I was at a shop like probably by 10, 20,
nope, there isn't any.
10:25. They open at 10 o'clock. They didn't have 100 issues of this. I can tell you that.
Nope,
I mean,
no exclusives.
so no exclusives. It's a 1 in 100 on an off title, and it's an issue number 5.
Great points.
I don't know.
Oh man, I gotta call Lobos, or at least his friend that from middle school. They could probably get a copy.
That's nuts. It's a cool book. All right, moving on. Oh man, this is great. Chillville, issue number 1 from Tangram Publishing in 1993. You guys know I love jack-o'-lantern covers, and this is a creepy ass jack-o'-lantern cover right here.
This is dope.
What is going on here?
It's amazing,
Those
isn't it?
teeth. Those teeth
It's-
and that wink.
Yeah.
It's a demon possessed jack-o'-lantern.
Well, how's he gonna get around? He's just gonna bite people as they walk by?
Yeah, Halloween.
He looks like a Jeepers Creepers. Have you guys seen Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like that face.
I don't know. When did this come out? 93, so 30
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Tangram Publishing. I've never even heard of that company, but this sold for $350 raw.
Wow.
Jesus.
I can believe it. Kind of looks like a fanzine almost because of the independent publisher. Kind of like that Jeffrey Dahmer book.
1993.
Who's that publisher? Oh, no.
Tangram. Yeah, Tangram.
Here you go.
They're the originators of Instagram. So
Look at there's the interior. Pretty
That's
crazy.
phenomenal, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What do we got going on here?
Who's that artist? Do we know? Or
No.
you know, anything about this?
let me
I like
tell
this
you.
pick. It's a good one.
Chad Glenn
Matrix.
Chadburn was the writer and artist.
Matrix says self-published out of Maine.
Yep.
Mm.
Who in the heck is buying anything from Maine?
Well, here's the
Right.
artist right here. Glenn
Canadians.
Chadburn. He's an American artist. He lives in Maine. He's best known for his work in horror and fantasy genres, having created covers and illustrated books and magazines for publishers, yada, yada, yada. He's known for his sense of humor, down-to-earth manner. See what like some of the big stuff he's done. Stephen King compendiums. Wow. Done a lot of stuff.
oh, they list out his comic books. That's kind of
Yeah. Fang, Chillville. Blood for the Muse. Cemetery Dance presents Grave Tales. Yeah, that's interesting. Here's his site. Sometimes you'll find like these guys just do something amazing that, you know, like created some IP or something.
On his works, was this the first one listed? Is this his first work?
No. There he is right there. Let's see here. Books. Let's go back. Where was I? No. Where's the comic books? Fang number 3, 1992. Features a Chillville preview. Let's see what that looks like.
Bang, number 3. Is that a magazine?
What's his name? Chad. Glenn Chadmore. Glenn
Chadbourne.
Chadbourne. This could be some. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa, look at that. I don't know if that's it, but this dude's got some crazy art. Look at that.
creepy art. It's really
Right?
good though.
Where's this Fang book?
Up the down said he looks exactly how I imagine.
Yeah. I don't know where his. Yeah. Anyways, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a cool cover right there for sure, though.
I'm trying to look. Fang number 3.
Yeah.
So, like, you go to my
Tanjam
comic
Publishing.
shop. You got to go to my comic shop. They've got Fang from Tangram
Yep, that's it.
Publishing, but they only have
Here it is.
issue 1, 2.
Here it is, right here. Let's see here.
They don't even show issue 3.
There it is. Ooh,
Oh, that's actually pretty sick.
right? So be on the lookout right there, you guys. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. Bunch of different stuff. Might be a magazine. I don't know. $2.95. So, all right. Cool book. Moving on. Star Trek Picard, issue number 1, the Sideshow exclusive. This is the countdown storyline for all you nerds out there.
What? What's going on
So,
here?
okay, sorry. So there's so the countdown. Remember when this came out a few years ago? Like that issue 1 was hot. Like it was like $30-$40 book. And I didn't know that there was a retail exclusive on this. I've never seen. Well, it's not. No, I don't think it's Sideshow. I just was saying like when I was trying to describe it to Brian, because there's other photo variants of this. I was just saying this was like a side view, like just a.
Oh, it's not a
portrait of-
Sideshow exclusive? Did I have that wrong?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just all it says on the back. It doesn't say a store name. Doesn't say anything. It just says exclusive.
Oh,
I've-
in the top left corner that it's a
The
retail
RE
exclusive.
retail
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah, but it doesn't say on the back who it is. It's just an all white back. So I have no idea who or where you could even get this. I couldn't even find another sale of this.
Yeah, that's a good question because just to add, when I was in Eastman, the Eastman Studio Club, because I like turtles, every single one of the REs that came out on the turtles, it has exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
That was
I like
perfect,
turtles.
Richie. Yeah. That was
I
perfect.
like turtles.
Oh, dude. Richie didn't miss a beat on that one.
Oh man, there's no pleasing you people. No store, no store symbol. Too big of a store symbol on the front cover. Like, come on,
I know,
people.
dude.
Let's get on the same page here. At least advertise your store.
Right?
Hey, look, Ronnie says he got this as a retailer in 2019. Came through Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
So it must be like
weird.
one of those previews, PX or something like that.
I don't know. All I know is it sold for $75 this week. So
Wow.
But that's weird that a Diamond book would have a retailer exclusive stamp. Unless it's like a Dynamic Forces thing or something like that.
Yeah, that's
But were
good.
they-
or maybe
That's a good point.
maybe the retailer that ordered them went out of business before they could
Yeah,
pay
maybe.
for them.
Oh, that's
And
why the
Diamond's
covers. That's why the cover on the back's blank because
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
What was it? Picard Countdown, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
man. It is not anywhere in anything.
I know. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it in my comic shop. I couldn't
Is it
find
the
it
second
on Comic Book
printing?
Realm. Nope, not a second printing. No, the second printing looks totally different than this.
Wow. That's interesting. $75. Be on the lookout for it, you guys. If you guys know where this came from, let us know in the comments below. That's interesting.
Oh, Ronnie says the original retailer closed.
Who was the original
see?
retailer? Yeah.
Mhm.
See, I was right. Look at that.
I wonder who the original retailer was. All right. Moving on.
Frankie's.
The World of Dungeons and Dragons #2, the Prestige variant. Shout out to our boy Chad Cave, who is diving balls deep into Dungeons and Dragons collectibles. Him and James Kreider's got him on a rabbit hole for Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So we got to find out if Kreider or Chad Cave have this book, because this is a tough one to find information on.
It's a cool cover.
Yeah.
It looks very gosh, what's the TCG? The
World of Warcraft, Magic the Gathering.
Magic the
yeah,
Gathering.
this
Magic the
is
Gathering.
very magic art. Gosh, man,
Yeah.
that was just, I was struggling there on that one.
MTG.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen this one.
Yeah.
Sick.
You guys
So for
like this?
35 this week. Yeah.
35? Is this like a dollar bin book, Ben? Do you know?
I would assume that not many retailers are probably highlighting Dungeons and Dragons books.
Right.
I wouldn't think.
But you got to make sure you buy every book that says it's a prestige collector's edition, because you know it's super rare at that point.
Yeah, like #1 issues. That's funny. Wow,
That's a
nice.
dope cover.
Nice.
All right. Moving on, we've got female force Dolly Parton, the Wonder Woman George Perez Wonder Woman metal variant out of 15.
Okay, so all right. So yeah, this is really bad. I mean, this is terrible. Her legs look backwards to me. Like, I feel like I'm looking at her top half from the front, and like she's done like an exorcist thing on the bottom, and like I'm looking at her backside, like everything looks backwards to me. But if you type in, like, if you look at these tidal wave female force, there are a ton of these things.
Just think of any female celebrity or public figure you can think of. There's probably a tidal wave comic for it. Like, no joke.
So weird.
Here's
Yeah,
the title wave
Dolly
right
Parton.
here. So I reached out to. We had the Taylor Swift book on our list on the show last week, and immediately, was it last week? I think immediately Shikari put a comment on the thing, kind of taking issue with being called, utilizing AI art, which I think that I don't think we did, but I think we've talked about him showing his work before. I think it's more digital than AI that we kind of were keying in on. But I also had Sean Hudachko from Comics Elite, who did the cover, reach out to us, and I told him, come on the show tomorrow night for a drama alert. I'd love to have him on. So yeah, man, part of this tidal wave run with all these Taylor Swift books, that was the #1 book last week, was a tidal wave book.
Did you
that
guys? Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say that that wasn't Shikari that actually made the comment. That was Shikari's AI bot.
Did you guys hear about that? I don't know who it is. I think it's a website or something. There's somebody or out there that tracks famous people that fly planes, right? And ever since the Taylor Swift stuff's been happening in the NFL, he's been tracking her plane on weekends to see where she's going, like what games, if she's going to be at that box, so on and so forth. Which sounds super creepy, right?
Yeah,
it kind of does, right? Well, she just sued them, and it was like a big story here in California or whatever. My question to you guys is that, could she go and hit these retailers for making all these variants of her? I mean, not that she would waste her time, but she's got so much money and so many attorneys. I mean, anything that flirts with her brand, I think that they would probably take.
She's more efficient than the U.S. government right now at this point, so she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm going to pause, mute us for a second. I got to tell you guys something that I forgot. 1 second. All right, sorry about that, you guys. All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, this sold for $150. So, I don't know. It's very strange. And It looks terrible, but I guess if you're just a really big Dolly Parton fan, there are some other variants to this they just seem creepy too. Like the whole thing just seems, all this seems creepy to me.
Numbers 1 through 5 were given away at Dollywood. So if you were the first 5 people to enter the park, you got the spindle covered.
Is that for real?
No, I'm making that up. I'm surprised that was believable.
It was pretty believable because honestly, we've been having so many of these weird books here recently where they're like the distribution on these things is just so out there.
Yeah.
I mean, because it even says on the Tidal Wave website that these are like unofficial biographies of these people or something like that. It's something weird like that, right?
Let's see. I don't know. Look at the Foo Fighters one. Let's click on the Foo Fighters one. Whew, that's rough. Orbit comic book series.
I don't know. Tidal Wave is like, I don't know how they are like all of a sudden a thing, but somehow they tapped into something that they've been sitting on the back burner for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like what Opus is doing, right? Like Opus is doing all the metal stuff, like with different metal bands, and then Tidal Wave's doing everything pop stars related. That's what it seems like.
Well, here are the other Dolly Parton ones, which are kind of crazy. Do you see these?
Oh,
I'm telling you, it's weird.
Isn't that weird? Look at that. It looks like Dolly Parton as Lady Death. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it is the 30th anniversary of Lady Death. So shout out to Brian Polito and Coffin Comics. Throw him some love on IG or Twitter. Give him the congratulations for 30 years of Lady Death. That's pretty freaking cool. So, all right. Moving on here. How much did this one sell for again?
150.
Wow. All right. Next, Silk #2 from the 2015 series. This is the Bagley Marvel 92 variant, which was a 1-in-20 ratio.
So I don't know if you guys saw like I don't even know if it was like just a YouTube video or a preview or whatever it was. But basically this is like Sydney Sweeney like apparently lobbied to get this pose in the movie. Like she saw this pose. She saw this pose and was like, "Hey, I want to do an upside down entrance just like this." Wow. And so this pose is actually in the movie that's coming out next week. And Sydney Sweeney is the one who lobbied for that to happen. So that's why I'm assuming this is probably selling, but
wow. How much is it selling for?
Where $50.
Okay. Because I found a bunch of these at a con one time. I don't remember how much they were, but I could have picked up a bunch. So I was like, if you say anything over 100, I'm gonna blow my brains out. You know.
Here you guys go. For any of you Coffin Comics fans out there, just drop their link in the chat, and right now 30% off. They have a flash sale because of 30 years of Lady Death. So make sure you guys go check them out. And if you're going to be in Southwest area at the end of the month, come to Swornfest. So it'll be pretty cool. Do you think this is going to take off once people realize it? Like that, where did that happen? The Miss Marvel book. Remember everybody went crazy for that one Miss Marvel book?
If it's hasn't gone crazy by this point already.
No.
Like once a movie releases, it's not going to go any higher unless this is like the movie that turns around Sony's Spider-Verse, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point, Aaron. Like I agree with Aaron. Unless it surprises us and it ends up being good, right? So,
are you guys going to go see this?
Not in theaters.
I'm going to wait. Digital.
Kidding me?
Like I want it to be good. I do. I really want it to be good.
I agree.
I want all comic movies to be good.
Well,
It's just not going to
But
happen.
this one I really wanted it to be good. Like, because while it's all female centric and there's it's probably tailored to a different audience. I mean, I like some of these characters in the comics, so I want it to be.
Stein's a
I want it to be
closet
good.
Madam Web fan. He's got
Yeah.
all the Madam Web high grade pedigree books.
I do not. I don't want Dakota Johnson. I would rather have Glenn Close.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh,
All right.
That's
How much did it sell for again?
Like $50.
Not bad. It's not a bad cover.
Brian, what Miss Marvel book you were comparing it to?
The one where
I'm
she's
just
sitting
curious.
on the light pole.
Okay, is that the Ross? Alex Ross?
I can't remember.
Ramos.
I can't.
I don't think it's
remember.
Ross. It's not Ross.
Maybe
Yeah.
Ramos.
This next one we already got a sneak preview of was so hard to find an image of that I had to just cut it out of the sale image on the CGC from eBay because not even cover price has this listed as a DC Universe variant. This is the Flash issue 110 from 1995, the Mark Waid run, but the DC Universe variant. Super rare. It's the orange variant. Like, remember when they started putting color in the DCU boxes?
Mm-hmm.
That's how
They
you know
did it
it's
on
super
some of them
tough.
to kind of match the cover. This one doesn't really match the cover though, so I'm not really sure where they came up with orange on this because there's literally no orange. I guess maybe if you combine her yellow and red, I guess.
it was
I don't know.
leftover ink.
This one, I've never seen this one. I don't know how rare this one actually is, but there was a CGC 9.8 of this that sold this week, amazingly, for $430. I don't know if that's a good price or not. It's the first one that I've ever seen sell. So,
Damn, man. Those DC Universe collectors, they're a crazy bunch. Shout out to the original 4 that put together that list and that really started the search for a lot of these books. Stein, you were part of that original 4. So
yeah. Well, I mean, we weren't the first. I mean, definitely there was stuff on CGC boards and stuff like that, that was out there way before I got into it. But yeah, it's a Trey was in there.
There's that famous DM group with all you guys that I keep hearing about that's been around for years. So it sounds like a pretty epic DM group of DCU variants.
Did you ever find your grail of the Animaniacs?
No, I still need the like. There's a couple of them that I like the Pulp Fiction one. Cannot find that one, at all. I do have I've got the Hello Nurse one. I've got, obviously I've got the 9.8 of the Christmas one, which is, I think, maybe the only 9.8. There might be one other 9.8. I'm not 100%. Yeah, that one is the DCU on that one is really, really hard to find.
Shout out to James Kreider, bringing him up probably 5 times an episode, I feel like now. If you're not following his IG, there's a problem.
Do you have
he doesn't have the DCU one either.
No.
Do you have that Pinky in the Brain one?
Which one? The first one? The number one? I've got the number one.
I've
got the number one.
Is
What's
that the
their
green background cover, right? I think. Is that the beach
No,
ball?
No,
Or is that
I feel like the first one's, I think, outer space, I think.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
What's the first appearance of Pinky in the Brain?
Probably that Christmas special.
Pinky in the Brain number 1? Issue number 1.
I think they were in, because the Christmas special came out before Animaniacs number 1.
Let's see here, I'm looking.
Oh man, we're down like every rabbit hole tonight, huh?
Says the
Yeah.
Christmas special. That's what
Okay.
I'm finding right now.
Okay. Is there a
94.
DCU of that?
I don't see a variant for it. I don't think so. I mean, it could be, but Key Collector doesn't have it. I'm trying to look on eBay right now.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
There we
Right
go.
here.
Look at that. That's awesome.
There is one. There is one.
Look, well, hold on. Look.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. First look, baby. Make sure you put that in the description.
All right.
Nice.
Moving on to a Scotty Young variant, an early Scotty Young variant from 2004 from Devil's Due Publishing. This is Defects #1.
No. This should have been on below.
I like the background.
Yeah, it's really hard to actually, like, when you look at the trade dress, like it looks like it goes Deeks.
Yeah.
Not like
Defects,
it's really hard.
yeah.
It's really hard to read that.
It's
Oh,
cool.
you can't tell that it's an F. I see.
Yeah, it's super weird, but
Deeks.
Deeks.
Oh, especially with the X's at the end going like that too.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's
it's-
not helping its cause.
I know. Yeah, shout out to Phone Autograph on Instagram. He sent this over
Nice.
to me. There's another Scotty Young graham crackers variant that I didn't realize was difficult till Longshort said something about it, and then I was like, hold it, I've got that book, and I do have it. And I can't remember the title. It's, I don't know, she's got like a, I don't know, whatever, a samurai sword or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but
Okay.
yeah, this is definitely early Scotty Young. So this is totally different than probably what you're used to seeing from Scotty Young. I'm not even sure he's signed these. Is his picture even, or his like signature even on these covers? I don't know.
I don't see it.
But shout out to Graham Crackers. I mean, they were all over Scotty Young like early. So
Yeah.
Nice.
but these are hard to find.
Yep. All right. Next, we have got a beautiful Comic-Con program, a tribute to the late great Dave Stevens. This is from the Dallas Comic-Con in 2002. It's a Rocketeer tribute, 20th anniversary of the Rocketeer, that Dave Stevens did a print for. I don't know if it's necessarily a print or a painting that he did. If you guys want to check it out, I'll show it to you. But yeah, talk about this one, Stein.
Yeah, this one, like, I didn't know that Dave Stevens I didn't know this was out here. Have you guys ever seen this before?
No.
I've never seen this. This is
No.
wonderful.
No, but I'm gonna start looking a lot closer at the different vendors that sell programs at
Right.
Dallas Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Bro,
Because that's what Dallas Comic Con was or became.
Yeah, you definitely need, if you find this, this is gorgeous. I mean, like when you really start looking at each one of these characters that's on there, this is, I mean, obviously, when did he pass?
This is the full image that he did for, it's a 20th anniversary print. I think he passed in like 2003. Am I wrong? 2003?
2008.
2008.
2008.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, this wasn't like right towards the end, but I mean, it's gorgeous. I love the color and everything on this. This is just really, really awesome.
Look at this girl right here, how smoking hot she looks. And then one of the scariest things ever is that movie Freaks back in the 30s that has these characters in it that this character's from. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Creepy. But look how beautiful that chick looks right there.
Dude, I want to get that and just get it tattooed around my entire thigh.
That is
That'd be a sick
gorgeous.
tattoo, right?
Yeah, fucking A.
That's dope.
That is beautiful.
Nice.
So yeah, this is a pretty cool program, and I couldn't find any good images of the actual program either. This is the only straight from the sale. So
Find it, Yee. Find it. That's your.
Here's-
That's my mission.
Yes, that's your mission. This sold for $300. So
these
Oh,
are
sold for $300.
Raw?
yeah,
Raw?
raw. Yeah, raw.
Oh, nice.
Here's
Okay,
the
so as soon as I
interior.
find it and it's like $200, you're sending me PayPal and I can mail it to you.
Yep.
Okay.
He drew this inside. I love his signature, man. It's so
Me
beautiful.
too. Yeah.
So Very cool, man. Great find,
all,
Stein.
all these Dallas vendors are going to be like, "Hey, you're from the Hot 10 show, right?" Like, yes. Like, here, sell this to Stein right now.
Okay, so I don't, just so I can do it every time we ask. How much did this sell for again?
300.
There we go.
We're supposed to drink at that point in time, right?
All right.
Oh, bring it
Moving
back.
on. This is a crazy book that I don't think most of us know about, or most people out there know about this series. This is the Transformer UK series. This is
Love it.
issue number 1. These are large size, Captain Britain UK size. And for those of you guys that don't know, a lot of the UK stories they didn't tell in the US stories. So there are some great covers in this run, but a CGC 9.6, I think, of this sold for over $2,000 this last week.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for. I'm glad you brought this up. I was actually looking today at Transformers UK 113, the first
Death Head. Yeah. So
Yeah.
look at some of these gorgeous covers that are in this
Oh, yeah.
run. I wanted to run these by you guys because I went down that same rabbit hole, Richie. I mean, the UK covers have some crazy covers out there. And they have some crazy characters in the UK stuff that you don't get anywhere else. They have that zombie Starscream character. That's like a, they did a crossover with the G.I. Joe crossover there, Action Force. So, but man, I mean, look at these crazy covers that you just.
Is this in the same paper as the Captain Britain? What it was like that terrible like newspaper?
No, they
covers?
did better paper for these, and the number 1 is almost like super high quality, almost photo. Here's the one first Death's Head, right?
Death's Head, yeah.
And then here's his first cover appearance, right?
Yep.
So that's a crazy one. But I mean, the Headmasters. This is a look at that, dude.
Fudge. Who is the artist there? That's sick.
Lee Sullivan. Lee Sullivan, yeah. This is a good one. Got a nice little homage that you don't see very often.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So this is when they did stuff with the Visionaries. This is where they crossed over with G.I. Joe, the Action Force. Another Action Force one. So,
That's cool.
yeah, be on the look. There's the Starscream. That's super cool. Starscream.
Are
They,
all of them magazine size, Brian?
All of them are magazine size. Yep.
Nice.
A nice RC cover, old school RC. I wonder what her first appearance is. Look at that cover right there, man. Holy cow. G.I. Joe crossover.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
So, there's a back. That one's really good. This is a close-up of the regular. Look at this one. 21st Century Schizoid. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. You know, they fixed that Zartan card because it said schizophrenic on there. And then look at that.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. There's on the original Zartan file card, it said he's a paranoid schizophrenic, and they had to change it. Look at this, though.
I don't like that. I don't like the way Optimus is drawn.
Oh, man. So,
It's like Gobot.
good stuff, man, in this.
Yeah.
But $2,000 for like a 9.6, that's nuts.
Yeah. Nice
Absolutely.
spotlight.
Yeah. So good stuff, you guys. Lots of great books, just like every week. Buy the Dip, The Almost 10, Woe and Blow. If you guys aren't enjoying the content that's being done over here at House of Stein, I don't understand how, but for those of you that do, sub up if you're not subbed up, hit that thumbs up, and we got a killer list to get into, you guys, for this week's Hot 10 Comics. Starting off with our Golden Age book / supplement of the week. This is Funny Pictures Stories Supplement, issue number 1. As you can see, this one's from the Lake Charles American Press in Lake Charles. Does that say L.A., Louisiana, I imagine? So these were put in newspapers.
Yeah, Lake Charles is definitely Louisiana.
I've never been there. I've lost all my money there.
Louisiana or Lake Charles?
Lake Charles. It's a casino city.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's weird. First of all, they're talking about Alias the Clock. Is this like they could retcon this to Miss Minutes first appearance, right? That was her prior name.
Oh, so she has been in comics. Thank you. Sorry for answering the
This looks like a coverless book, by the way, just to let you know.
the time long question. Has she been in a comic book?
So are you saying this is the first preview appearance, the prototype of Miss Minutes?
Shout out to Haven for Heroes.
You heard her here first.
I don't know how rare this thing is. I mean, it's really weird. All I know is a CGC. First of all, it was a CGC 9.2, which seems ridiculous, but then you look in last year 9.4, there was a CGC 9.4, and last year a CGC 9.4 sold for $1,200. This week a CGC 9.2 sold for almost $2,000, so for $1,920. So it's even gone up a bunch just from last year. But I don't know anything about this.
It's interesting, man.
It is weird.
These giveaway promo books are so rare, and to find them in high grade is even crazier. That's why I love collecting the Spirit newspaper inserts. It's one of my favorite things to collect, and I don't know, man. I could see more people jumping onto it, so brings back some nostalgia and memories to some people too, I imagine. Also, so how much did this sell for?
CGC 9.2, $1,920.
Wow, that is crazy to have that on that high grade. Moving on to our other honorable mention this week, Avengers Twilight issue number 2. Another book recently came out. You guys reading the Avengers Twilight stuff? Pretty good. It's really good, actually.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out because the what is it? Is it Tony Stark's grandson or
it's his,
Stark, right?
Yeah.
First appeared in the first. I'm trying to figure out
James Stark, right?
The Iron Man's on the cover or him, because they haven't showed him in the guts in the suit, right? So I'm wondering if that's going to end up being like a retroactive, you know what I mean? First cover appearance.
All covers have been good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Alex Ross, right? So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you possibly go wrong with that?
And
He's
Chip
like
Zdarsky.
he's like the modern age or the variant age artist in my opinion.
Chip Zdarsky had a really interesting podcast, YouTube show that he went on like a week ago. That was a very interesting interview where he talks about his feelings on the world of comics. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. How much is this one selling for in the secondary now?
Well, last week it was basically cover price, like $5.
Mhm.
This week now it's like up to like 15. So, is there a first appearance in this, Richie?
Yes.
It's a new character. The first, I don't know which first appearance it is. I can't remember, but I know in number 1, like we were talking about, the new Stark shows up. We just haven't seen him in his armor until they tell us later in the story if these Iron Mans that are on these terrific covers end up being his armor. But I don't know, Brian. Is there somebody new in this one? I can't remember. I thought I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. There is first appearance of Thunderbolt Troopers and first appearance of the new Bullseye.
The new Bullseye. Okay. Is it a female or is it just a male?
Female. Yeah.
Female. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, did you guys see the new Bullseye leak
Costume?
costume?
Do you like it?
No, it's terrible. It's absolute gorgeous. It's absolute garbage. Jesus.
Gorgeous and garbage.
Yeah.
So, gorgeous, all right?
It's in the middle.
It's somewhere. It's beautifully ugly.
Yeah. Here's the.
Oh my god.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Right here.
So So for Iron Man armors, like, is that a thing? Like first appearance of Mark whatever number it is that a thing in comics?
I don't think so. Maybe for certain ones like the Hulkbuster armor, the Centurion armor. There's a couple of them that used to be keys,
Okay.
but I don't think all of them. Definitely for some.
Okay. So some are notated if it's
Mhm.
important enough,
Yep.
basically. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So good stuff. All right, moving on to number 10 spot this week, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issue number 3, the 1 in 25 Riley Rossimo black and white variant.
Yeah, not like, I wouldn't say killing it, but it is selling above ratio. It's selling for like 30 to 35. I don't like how they're just doing these black and whites for the 1 in 25s, but Marvel does the same thing. So, why not? Well, I guess I can't really fault them, but
Yeah.
You got to color it yourself, man. That's what it's there for.
I guess
I just don't understand the whole appeal on black and white. I don't know, especially when it's a high ratio.
On some of them, I get like where if the penciler has a lot of details that like colors would wash out. I don't understand it why it's on high ratios.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like
Depends
if it's
on
a
the
Jim,
artist.
like if it's a Jim Lee pencil,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's no color version of it, then okay,
Or
I'm cool with
McFarlane.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
For
that.
sure.
I'm cool with it. But I mean, this is a big giant bear with a big humongous head. I mean,
Shouldn't it be opposite? Like, less work is completed, so it should be like cover price, and then if it's fully colored, then make it a ratio because it's completed work. So I don't.
Well, this is a great series so far. People are loving it, and animal comics are a thing, man. They're a big thing. Speaking of that, shout out Tony Fleece and Trish Forstner for their new book Feral coming out soon. They will be on Modern Comic Mayhem tomorrow night for the first half of the show to come and hang out with us and talk that new book. So if you're a fan of Stray Dogs or anything those two great creators do, including Tony killing it on the Dynamite book for Ash.
Dark Ride?
Yeah. No, not Dark Ride. What is the Ash Evil Dead book, Army of Darkness? The Army of Darkness book. Yeah. So, all right.
Is that the chainsaw hand guy?
Yeah.
Hand guy?
Yep. Yeah, it's got. They were smart. They got Arthur Sidem to do covers. Yeah, Army of Darkness. Shout out Nick Brucci in the chat. He should know, of course. He's gonna correct me. Moving on. Number 9 this week: Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. King Kong, issue number 1, the Bjorn Barron's second print.
Yeah. So, is this really rare? Does anybody know? Because okay, so this was selling for like $15 to $20 raw. Now it's selling for $30 to $40 raw, and a 9.8 of this sold this week for $300.
It's only rare because no one was buying it or reading DC.
Well, it's a gorgeous cover.
Oh, the cover's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. But I don't know how rare this thing is.
Is this a new book?
No, it's not new.
November.
I mean, it's not like, it's not old, but it's not like didn't just come out.
Wow, man. $300 for a 9.8?
$300 for a 9.8.
Huh.
I like Paul's comment. I have a copy, so it can't be rare.
Bjorn Barron's, Doc Joe. Bjorn Barron's.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Like I said, Raws have to catch up to get up to that 9.8 price, but I mean the fact that it's doubled in price for Raws is I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the
This
popularity.
is this is not one I would have been like, hey, let me go find the second print of this.
So
Well,
they. Okay, go ahead, Erno. My bad.
I was gonna say real quick that like Godzilla's, they're getting a big positive reception, and
Yeah.
so it's like I guess it sparked interest in the genre again in monster movies, right?
Well, they tied all those continuities together. The '98 movie to the recent ones, and then now there's that, like Aaron was saying, because of the response, the reception they're getting. I guess Apple is doing an extension, like a spinoff series of these Godzilla and all these stuff. So that should be pretty interesting too. Seeing Justice League there though makes me think. It makes me think. Oh, I wonder if HBO Max will eventually get this.
Yeah.
Do they have all the Godzilla and Kong films too?
I don't know. I know that Godzilla, King Kong. What are those? What's the name for those monsters?
Kaiju.
It's kaiju.
Kaiju. There's like I don't remember the name. I mean, that's like the macro name. But anyways, yeah, Apple is not associated with DC or HBO Max, right? So, and the spinoff is in that same universe is on Apple, I believe. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Godzilla
Moving
versus
on
Bambi.
to number 8 spot this week. We've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers: The Return, issue number 1, the Jenny Frison 1 in 50.
Love this.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and blame Laura for this one. So, no, it's it's a Frison. It's Power Rangers again. Who I know there's a niche collecting core.
Yeah.
For Power Rangers, I don't know who they are. Power Rangers came in like as I was older, and I thought they were the stupidest thing.
Me too.
Anywhere. I hated it. I couldn't even watch one of them.
Yeah.
It was my age group stuff. I love the show.
I know.
Like, I don't remember anything about it. I just remember boom, boom, flashy images. Buy
When
this
were you
toy.
born, Aaron? 87?
86.
86.
Yeah. So, with the one thing I do like about this is that they actually got one of the Rangers to write the book. Where it's Amy Jo Johnson. She's actually writing this.
Yeah.
So if you get
Nice.
her to sign it because it's Pink Ranger, she's also the writer. So it's like a 2 times whammy signature.
Hell yeah.
Just saying.
That's great info. And she always shows up to all the cons. I mean, not that like I go, but around here.
I mean,
so,
but I mean, yeah, I mean,
Good to
like,
know.
there's always announcements of different Power Rangers. Like, they cycle through. Like, you don't see all of them all at once, right?
So you know how Frison has I was kind of getting burned out because we almost like I feel like every other or every third high cover or big cover she had, we had it on the Hot 10, like because it was selling so much, right? And it kind of became repetitive to me until I saw this one on FOC. No, I saw this after FOC. I think it was the week before released this week. So last weekend. And I was like, wow, that looks kind of different. I like the costume with the background, the two-tone or whatever. That different. I think it goes well together. I think it's a good Frison cover.
Was the 1 in 50 the one where it's her face is
Washed
grayed out?
Yeah. I think so. I couldn't
Okay.
tell you. Let me see if
I can never remember.
Yeah, it is the 1 in 50, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 50.
No, this is the 1 in 50.
Yeah.
This is the 1 in 50?
Yeah.
So
the 1 in 50.
what's the one where her face is grayed out and then her uniform is still pink? Is
that a one? Is it a one per store, or is that because I thought the 1 in 50 was the highest, but I could be wrong. Highest ratio.
I don't know. This one's selling for like 60 to 65, so I have no idea which one's which. But
I know you don't like Power Rangers, Ben, but do you like the art?
there are other.
That's a
There are
retailer exclusive. Yee.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
There are other Frisons that I like better, but I may just be biased because it's
Just Power Rangers, yeah, for sure.
Power Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
All right. At number 7 spot this week, a return with Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 40, the Ben Harvey 1 in 25.
Whew. Okay, so last week this made the list and it was selling for 75 to 100 out of the gate. This week it is now 125 to 150.
Do we like this?
I like this.
You do?
I don't think it's bad.
Which means everybody else hates it.
Okay, I don't care for it compared to all the other Afra covers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Some good ones. Some good ones.
It's got a good background. It shows like she's super like
Archaeologist.
happy. Yeah, I mean like she's like running away and like haha I got you, and it's like shooting at the same time. There's a lot of motion. It's not static. I don't like a lot of these covers look real static. This does not look static.
I'm starting to love stylistic art, comic art more and more. There's so much comic art out there that is too realistic, and there's too much of it, and I'm really starting to move more to I've always been a stylistic art guy. You know, I've been a Joey Mads fan, a Ed McGuinness fan. Like I've always been that stylistic comic art guy, and I'm moving more and more towards it because of all the realistic stuff that's out there. You know, I want to see some style.
But I mean, everything's so still because there's no emotions in space.
Moving. How much is this selling for?
It is now up to 125 to 150.
Wow. For a 1 in 25?
Yep.
Jeez. Moving on to number 6. Thundercats, issue number 1. This is the MegaCon foil logo version, limited to $3.99. That, man, if ever a logo cover was going to hit, and I'm totally okay with, it's this one. We talked about it on Wednesday. Like, this had to happen. And I hope that red foil pops. Like, in hand, I hope it just, really, really pops.
Well, Ronnie probably has it. He was at MegaCon, so...
Yeah. So here's our message to you: sell.
This one would look amazing with autographs on it. Could you imagine getting like red, metallic red markers on this? Yeah.
Or even the paint markers, right? The ones that like really kind of pop.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know who was selling this. Not that I even care, because I don't.
You could probably guess if you had to.
Probably, because they probably did like 50 different Batman and Superman covers, probably.
Hey, Ronnie, do they really pop when you look at one in hand? What's the quality of the foil on it? He says he has 2 of them. But
this one's selling for 60 to 65. So Thundercats came out this week. There are it's Dynamite. There are like 8,000 variants, and there's a ton of store exclusives too. So,
did you see the blowout cards one?
Which is so weird,
right? Isn't it
blowout cards one?
Yeah, blowout cards.
Yeah,
is doing...
yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
And it literally said like it's all plastered on the back cover. Blowout cards.
No shit.
Like.
Yeah, because like with my last purchase of a box of cards, like I threw in the comic too. I was kind of like, I can go buying hobbies all at once.
I think it's Jay Lee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the owner of Blowout Cards owns the original art for the book that they homaged. Hold on here.
He owns a ton of original art.
It looks.
I think Vinny was saying.
Is this it?
Was he saying that on the air, or was that off air?
No, he owns a ton, but he owns the original for this. So obviously,
and the X-Men 1 too, right? As well.
This is X-Men 1. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I thought he actually owns the original
what I'm
art
saying.
for X-Men 1. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one. He owns the original art
okay.
for X-Men 1. Yeah.
So okay, so hold on. So if I own original art, then I can go to a thing and say, "Hey, can you do an homage to this?"
Well, I mean, you can ask to do an homage to anything. They just got to give you approval. But I mean, this is a perfect reason to let him do that homage.
Oh wait, so with my like original art that I own, like even though like a store exclusive did it, like if I made T-shirts, like could I get in trouble?
No, I think
shit.
it depends. I think the publisher owns that art.
Oh, okay.
That's
Or
amazing.
or if it's self-published, that type of deal.
Gotcha.
I mean, the ability to like put that on other things. That's a great cover. The only thing I don't like about Jay Lee's Lino is his Lino face is just
Yeah, it looks blurred almost.
It's just really different. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
can
agree.
kind of see.
It's like
it's very
his face looks
cat-like.
two-toned.
It's
Yeah.
very cat-like, which it
Well,
should
he
be.
is a Thundercat.
He is a Thundercat. You're right.
That face almost looks cable-ish, like Liefeld.
Mr. Liefeld, who big shout out to Mr. Liefeld, who also did a gorgeous Thundercats cover and retired from drawing Darepool. Jesus, I told you it was going to take about an hour and it was going to hit me. He retired from drawing Deadpool.
Is that the 2-to-1?
I like Darepool, man. We gotta copyright Darepool.
Darepool?
Like truth or dare? No, I'm Darepool.
Do you Darepool?
So
Darepool.
he was on Whatnot the other night selling his variant for this one, and man, he is so much fun to watch. He was signing copies of these, and he was just dropping them all over the place. And oh, I'll sell that one. We'll give you an extra book because it's all trash. He's so fun to watch.
Dude, that guy has grown on me. Seriously,
he's
like
the best.
I used to think, just like a lot of us out there that just like to rip on Mr. Liefeld, all in good fun, of course. But then when we watch that Whatnot stuff on Beyond Wednesdays, or if just going on the app when he's on, it's comedy.
It's awesome.
Comedy.
It's great. I agree with you, man.
He knows how to work a room.
He does. He does. Ooh, that's a good one. Look at that.
Yeah, I like that too. It's cool.
Man, a lot of good variants.
What do you guys think the print run on this baby is?
A lot.
A ton.
Who is it? Somebody in the comment or in the chat said,
Nick,
Paul,
what's the print run on Thundercats #1? Let's see if he'll answer.
Paul said they put all the covers in the back of the issue #1. He said it's 4 to 5 pages of covers.
It's like 83 covers. I want to say 83. That's another one. Nick, how many covers?
180,000.
Jeez.
180,000 plus units is the print run. That's awesome. Holy cow.
That's scarce.
It's great. It's great.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know they broke some type of record for themselves where they sold over 170K before the book. They pre-ordered or something like that many.
It's amazing.
And he says, so 180,000 plus units, he says, with, he says, I think it was about 87 covers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Only 87. Nice.
well, this one's supposedly limited to $3.99, so this might be one of the ones to keep an eye on.
$3.99.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
$3.99 out of 180K. That's like finding a needle in a haystack.
All
X-Force
right.
1 poly bag. Just kidding.
Can you post the link to channel membership in chat, please? It won't show up for me. Yeah, let me do that real quick. All right, let's see here.
How is the membership stuff going while we wait, Ben? Has it been pretty fun or anything new?
No, nothing. I haven't done anything new the last few weeks just because it's been a little rough here, but I am gonna start posting a few cool things for all the subscribers and stuff like that. I'll probably do a giveaway as well for the subscribers.
Oh yeah.
All right. At number 5 this week, X-Men number 27, the Peach Momoko Maze Storm variant. This one from October 2023, it looks like, huh?
I mean, I love Peach so much that
I know.
I had to find something of Peach to put on the list. I mean, just had to.
So peachy.
And this
Thank
is it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I guess this. You guys can tell me, this is the first cover for this character? Is that true?
Yeah. And
is that actually true?
Yeah, it is. It says here, May Storm's Marvel teases Queen Shuri and May Storm's origin in May's Ultimate Comics. So they're doing that Ultimate X-Men that Peach Momoko is writing and drawing, I guess. And that May Storm, of course, is a big character but this is a different May Storm, which is interesting, right? They're different worlds.
Earth 1610.
Yeah.
It's very...
So, this Ultimate thing is still just beyond me. I mean, like really beyond me. I mean, I don't know if it's just people just like so fed up with the regular comics that they're just like, oh, cool, Ultimate. We're going all in on this. It just seems weird to me. I can't imagine that it's going to be. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe the stories are just so good that everybody stays with it. But I don't know. This was a $10. I think this was open to order. I think this was a $10, and actually a 9.8 of this sold last month for $50. Now this is selling for $40 to $45 raw.
Wow.
Would you say it's beyond Wednesday for you?
Oh, well, pun intended. Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing, Ben. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been specking on the Ultimate stuff too. I have all the books and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get any coverage of Black Panther, but I was thinking the same thing. It kind of reminds me of the last time Hickman was going crazy with Powers and House. Like all those books did really well at the beginning, and then now they're worth like dollars, right?
Yeah, those. What was it?
They're well written.
Was it that connecting cover? Or was it that what it was? Or was it the Brooks or something like that? That like
for issue 1.
Yeah, 1 and 2. Like,
because no, it's for House and Powers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was a connecting cover, and they did a 1 in 100 for that or something like that of the Brooks without the trade.
Was it a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000?
I don't know. It was something stupid, probably.
Probably
like a 1 in 500.
Yeah, because the print run on those was huge. But not to get off the subject, we're getting off the book, but I just wanted to put that out there because I remember a lot of us were saying how, I mean, even me, I was saying how well this is written, how they changed some of the retcon the characters and stuff, and it was just a really good story. There was bumps on a lot of the variants and stuff, and then next thing you know, they're worth nothing.
Try that one, Ronnie.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, all this craziness for the Ultimate stuff. Here's the Ultimate X-Men cover for number 1.
Good or bad, Momoko? Good or bad? Good or bad, Momoko, Brian?
Shout out to Chad.
Good. Yeah.
I pledged $10 to move on from the Momoko book. I like it.
I do like telling bad jokes. You know, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, there's only a couple of Momoko books that I like, and we probably should have put that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100 on Buy the Dip this week because 4.98 of that book sold this week for what, like $500? I think they were around.
Yeah, it was like $400 to $500, right? Depending if it was signature series or not, or
yeah.
I mean, but 99s and 10s exist for that book.
If you guys want like if anybody likes Momoko or whatever, if you want a good cover by her and it's something rare, she did an X-23 cover for Fallen Angels 2. It's a 1 in 25, and it's a hard book to find in the wild. You can find it online, the secondary, but yeah, check that one out. It's a good one.
I've had 3 or 4 of those at
I love that X-23 cover. That's a good one. She did that.
It's one of her early Marvel books too.
Yeah, I agree.
Like within her first 5, because like she was doing like tons of 1 in 25s or incentive variants at the beginning.
Such a horrible title, dude. It's like, dude.
Shout out to Chad Cave. All right, moving on. At number 4, Afterburn number 1. What is going on with this, man? This is crazy.
Okay,
Red
first of
5
all,
Comics?
First of all, shout out to Cantankerous and to Chad again on the Momoko stuff. This is hilarious. You guys are killing me. So shout out to both of them. Make sure you follow both of them on Instagram as well. Afterburn. This was like they're making a movie of this. With
Cantankerous says what? Nomo Momomo?
Which did you guys hear about this? Like, there's a wrestler, and I can't. Is it the dude who played Drax?
We're gonna look it up. Afterburn.
Oh yeah, Dave Bautista, and who's the other guy? They're doing a movie on this, right? It was
yeah. Dave Bautista to star in futuristic action adventure Afterburn with Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, nice.
So there you go. Very interesting.
Yeah, this book basically was like cover price or dollar bin, and now it's $25 to $30.
Chat Give says, "Why are we still on Momoko? We're not."
Hit the
Say
live
that
button
again on the price on this. $30.
Yeah, 25 to 30.
I'm just not feeling Red 5 comics.
Ronnie says,
short term.
Ben blocked me from channel membership, so I'll just super chat. Take my damn money.
Hey, you're giving me way too much credit if you think I have any idea how to block a channel membership.
I was just about to say.
Like, there is no chance. I don't even know how to get into the system at all.
Well, you just have to log into YouTube, then you go to YouTube Studio. Okay, I'm not going past that.
The fact that I even have a channel is like a major accomplishment.
Major milestone accomplished. Congrats.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Brian.
Hey, as long as you keep making these great lists, I'll keep helping put them on YouTube. And as long as we have the great crew like we have here every week, I'll keep doing what I do. But yeah, man, supposedly it's a tough series to find. Haven for Heroes saying, good luck finding this. Red 5 print run, probably 5K or less. That's still big, isn't it?
All right, so I'll make this my mission. If I can possibly get to a store this weekend, I will see if I can find it this weekend. I will give this away next week.
Let's go, baby.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
You heard it first.
Is that a challenge to all of us on the panel to like go out and find this book? And then
Hey,
find
sure.
it?
No, I want you guys to make money, but I don't. I'm good with giving it away.
I mean,
Should we
if
start
I
a
find
hashtag?
if I find it for $4, I'm gonna give it away. How about that? For like, no more than $10. If I find it for $10 or less, I'll give it away.
There's zero chance that any store has priced this up to $10.
I'd be surprised if a store even knew if they had it in there.
Oh, look, Comic Book Countdown says they're available on the website for $5.
Are they?
Wow.
Isn't Red 5 do a lot of print to order stuff too?
Is Red 5 even still in business?
Yeah, that's a good question. No,
It's
I'm
gonna be
not
like
trying to make
Steve-
fun. But just,
It's gonna be like Steve Starenko's or Starenko's website. Steve Starenko. All right. I've been hanging out with Brian too much.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know what's
now I
going
gotta
on with
look.
Cover Price. Cover Price is their website's all messed up right now. It's just constantly loading. But Ronnie just dropped a $4.99 super chat. He says, "How much did that sell for again? Drinking game. Let's go." Yep. Drink up, Johnny.
What's this book called? Afterburn.
Afterburn.
I don't see it. I see After
Says-
Eden.
I see you can buy
Oh.
digital. Hold on, let's see here. Buy digital, buy direct. Does it look like this, or is this like a?
Oh wait, I actually did find it. It is $5. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. Or private chat.
What year is
Oh,
this?
Put it in the regular
I'm a
chat.
moderator. I can
Yeah.
post the link.
Fucking A. Send it out there for
Ooh.
anybody that wants it.
What year is this from, guys?
2000.
2008.
All right, now I don't have to give it away. I gave you the link for $5.
So it's 2008, and there's 5K or less, and it's still available on the website for $5. Wow, that's crazy.
There you go. Matt Bush cover. And there's that great shark cover. Look at that. Holy cow.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
That one's the covers are very interesting. They're not good, but something that one looks good. But man, the faces on them are rough. But this shark cover, holy cow, look at that. That's really good.
There you
There
guys
you go.
link to Z on that one.
And if looking at this now, if you're spending money on this, I know none of you guys are spending money.
Print to
on this,
order. They must be print to order, says Haven for Heroes. Wasn't there talk about Red 5 being print to order back in the day? I feel like we talked about
Yes.
that pretty heavy.
Yep.
What was another book that really blew up from them?
That one with the option before the pandemic.
The Rift,
The
right?
the Rift. Two, but yeah, nice, good memory.
Was it the Rift? I think.
Yeah,
was
I
the
thought it was a Rift.
Yeah.
It's with the ship
Yeah.
on the water.
Yeah.
Stan says there's 128 available, so there's not that many available.
Sorry, Riptide. That's what it is. Riptide. This
Riptide?
one.
Okay.
Remember this one,
Nice.
Stein?
Yeah,
Richie
that's
had it. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Looks like the Poseidon.
Is that Titanic?
I don't know.
Oh
but
man,
it's
the
still available.
Poseidon was such
Ooh,
a good
look at
movie.
that.
Right? Wasn't it? I love that.
The original.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
Dark Ages. Everyone's saying Dark Ages in the chat right now.
Dark Ages. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to get somebody to contact them and find out.
Is print to order still a first print?
I think it's just print to order, right? It's not considered first print. It's just print to order. I don't know.
I don't know how that works. I'm not smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah.
Or I'm too lazy to figure that out. How about that?
$30 you were saying on these?
Yeah, but it sounds like
Not for long.
Not for long.
That's
Yeah.
$5 book next week.
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they're continuing to sell for decent money. Who knows?
But you know what is weird about the comic community is like even when we tell people like it doesn't get out there as a whole. I mean, like
Yeah.
not everybody's watching, people talk about these things. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even watch YouTube.
Perfect
So-
example is that Ultimate Spider-Man #1. You could go pick it up at not my comic shop, but what's the one in New York? The big one in New York.
Midtown?
You could go
Midtown.
pick it up for Midtown for like what was it, like $5 on their site, and they were selling for like 30 on eBay, and you could still pick them up on Midtown. So people they want to spend money, man. So. Yeah.
But there's 250 of you watching tonight, so thank you for hanging out.
And how many likes do we got? Let's take a look here. 81 likes. You guys hit that like button. 81 likes, 250 watching now. We appreciate your guys' love, especially all you guys that are here with us live every Friday night. Nice Sagu, Yee. On to number 3. Speaking of Ultimates, Ultimate Black Panther #1, the design variant, which is a 1 in 10. Is that the number 3 spot?
I love this.
You love this?
I love this. I don't like designs, but I think the design for this one and the Ultimate Spider-Man one are really good.
There are certain design variants that I actually like.
Yeah, they're legit. Yeah.
Some of them I don't like. This one's not terrible.
It's not terrible. No.
This is doing better than the Spider-Man one did. Is this the and I don't know why the Spider-Man one.
Yeah. doesn't make sense because the kids are on it too. Richie, I
Yeah.
remember Rich and me
Although-
and Richie talking about that.
Are there store variants for Ultimate Black Panther like there were for Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, I don't see any.
So that's probably the reason, because all the stores, because they didn't want the A. That's why the A cover for Ultimate Spider-Man was doing so well, because
Yep.
all the stores, all their extra copies were all the incentives. So
Well, did you
it
hear
kind of
about?
made the incentives all worthless.
Did you hear about the problem where Diamond didn't ship like 12,000 issues of this?
Yeah.
Penguin.
Pink,
You-
Oh yeah,
Penguin.
Lunar. Sorry, Lunar. Yeah.
Is
My
that
bad.
a publicity
I
stunt,
apologize to
guys?
Diamond.
Well, it's not Lunar either.
Who was it?
It's
Penguin
ran
Random
Random
House.
House.
Oh, I apologize. Jesus, I did it twice. Penguin Random House.
In a row?
It was like, it was like
Yes, in
published
a row.
a distributor roulette at that point in time.
Yeah.
I was telling these guys before the show, I know a lot. I mean, I think preview appearances are for the birds, but I know a lot of you guys, you guys like a character you spec on, and you guys want everything printed. So I just want to put this out there. So Ultimate Spider-Man #1, it's still doing well, but it's going crazy. And shout out to Funhouse Comics. He's the one that kind of got me down this rabbit hole, but he picked up one of those preview appearances with Ultimate Spider-Man, the new Ultimate Spider-Man. Here is a preview appearance of Ultimate Black Panther, and this came out before Ultimate Invasion, and I believe before Ultimate Invasion. But here you go. This is Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man Venom, and if you can see right there, it says plus a special preview, Jonathan Hickman, right? So I went in there and looked when I saw that, and I said, "Oh, please have Black Panther and Spider-Man in there." Didn't, but it had Black Panther. So there's your first preview appearance. Oh, I don't know if it's a first, but it's a preview appearance before those other books of Black Panther, the new Black Panther, Earth 1610.
Nice.
Yeah. So here's the story. It looks like.
Where do they come up with the numbers for these universes? Like what?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm just going to make this one
Isn't it
1610.
Is it 1610 or 6160? I always, for some reason, I hear 6160. And I think
The
that,
Ultimate Universe is 1610, but is this new Ultimate Universe
think
like a
it's-
different
yeah,
reality?
this new one's a different reality. It's 6160, I believe.
Okay, all right.
I
61,
could be wrong
60.
though.
They were Eddie
But-
Van Halen fans.
Because when you're reading the maker when you're reading these books and the maker, like even in this
6160.
preview, the maker's saying this to Miles Morales. He's saying in this preview, he's talking to Miles right here, and you can see them. I love the maker, by the way. I just want to let you guys know. But he says, I want to read this, guys, verbatim. So this is from Ultimate Universe 1610 from the original, right? And it says he's going in there and he's talking to Miles Morales, and he says Miles doesn't know who he is, and he just basically says that we're both the same, we're brothers, we have something in common, we're from another universe, and we're stuck somewhere else, blah 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 blah. And these are the only two. I guess these are the only two characters from the original Ultimate Universe 1610 that are still alive. That's what I'm gathering. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it sounds like. And according to this preview, you guys should read this. They're the only two alive from the original 1610. So that's interesting.
It says here, Earth 6160 was a reality that had the markings to mirror the history of Earth 616. It was secretly invaded by the Maker, who used a time machine called the Immortus Engine to reshape the world to his image, which he basically took all the heroes out, and there was a council of villains that were running everything. And then, 6160 is the new Ultimate Universe.
Nice.
Mirroring the 616, which is interesting. But yeah, I agree with you on the Maker, man. He's a cool character.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. How much for the 1 in 10, Stein?
25.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice.
You're right. It is doing better quicker than the Ultimate Spider-Man. Nice.
And then it's really a dartboard is how they figure out the numbers for the universes.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's at least an explanation.
So what's the
It's more
TRN?
believable, right?
Temporary reality number? you know, the TRN 566 or whatever they put in there sometimes.
It's
too?
whatever the TVA tells us to put it as, you know.
Gotcha. You got Justice Peace on speed dial.
I was
right.
talking to Miss Minutes earlier on the phone, so.
Gotcha.
At the number 2 spot this week on the House of Stein Hot 10 show, the Ultimate Black Panther number 1 Boss Logic variant, which is a gorgeous cover. Holy cow. This is my favorite part of Ultimate Black Panther, by the way. I don't know if everybody's read it, but the fact that Storm and Killmonger are teaming up together is super cool.
Yeah, Boss Logic, I think, killed this one. This cover, I don't, assuming that you like this type of look, but the colors look great. Everything looks great. And again, this just comes down. I think this is coming down to just the fact this is different than Ultimate Spider-Man, just for the fact that there are no store variants. I think that's the big deal here.
Yeah.
Just wait for the second and third prints.
Did you guys see the Boss Logic variant to issue number 2 and 3 yet?
They're pretty good. I've seen 2, I want to say.
Here's issue number 2. And then there's the design variant for 2. It's Momoko. But number 3 is really good.
Man, that looked like the character from, do you remember that movie, that M. Night Shyamalan movie where they're out in the middle of or like they went back
Field.
in, what was it? They're like in
Back in
Pioneer
time.
times or something like that.
They're like Amish or something. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that called?
I don't remember.
It made us believe that there was like a
The Village?
monster out in
The
the
Village.
yeah, the
The
village. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, where
hated
it's,
that ending.
where it's underneath a cabinet thing or whatever? The floorboard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. He's wearing like the hood.
It's been so long since I've seen that stupid
It's been a minute.
film.
So Momoko did the design variants for 2 and 3, it looks like. Here's the one you were just talking about.
We can pass on those.
That's the one you were just talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's Killmonger. And then this is Wind Rider, they call her, which is Storm, obviously. There you go. But yeah, number 2, Boss Logic, Black Panther. How much is this selling for?
This one is also selling for $25, and there have been a ton of these sell as well. But
Yeah.
again, I think this shows whether or not these books are worth this or not. I think it does just show, at least to some people, that how the market can be kind of skewed with a lot of these store variants.
Yeah.
Either in a good way or a bad way.
Yeah. Well, 262 watching live all the way till the end, it looks like, you guys, because our number 1 book, of course, is Ultimate Black Panther, the Caselli base cover.
Are you guys going to buy all of these Ultimate?
No, I'm not buying
No.
any of them. I'm reading them, but I'm not going to buy any of them. I'll read them digitally.
I bought cover C and D because that's all I could find in stores. I didn't pre-order it. My plan is to sell it sometime next week, because if it follows the pattern of Ultimate Spider-Man, which I don't know if it is or not, like,
The C is my favorite cover. I think Yee killed it on that one, man.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking for the Boss Logic cover, because that was the one that had the most eye appeal to me. But I'm not upset about picking up C and D.
This is the C. Right? The
Yeah.
Karen Darbo variant. It's fucking
I do like this
beautiful.
cover a lot too.
So gorgeous. Yeah, I think that and the Boss Logic are the 2 best ones. For sure.
Yeah.
But man, a ton of these sold with 12,000 copies being lost. How do you lose 12,000 copies?
You don't.
They walked out the door.
What did they come like 50 to a case?
Yeah.
I thought it was
100 to a
100.
case?
100.
They're
So
all
it's like
in
a
somebody's
pallet.
garage.
Dude, it's like a pallet had to go missing, right?
Multiple pallets.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's like an 18 wheeler went missing or some shit like that.
2 pallets.
Went missing it in the publisher's garage or the retailer's garage.
Epic stole them.
3 years down the line, you'll see a dump.
Sounds like maybe there was a car accident or something that caused that, other than theft. I mean, you can never rule out theft considering all the fuckery that's been going on in hobbies as of late.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and we said this with Ultimate Spider-Man. At least these new titles are at least kind of injecting some excitement again that we've not seen for probably the last year.
Agree.
So whether or not these have long-term value or don't, I don't even really care. Just something to inject some kind of lifeblood into the hobby is I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Wow.
A nice spark is always good before the explosion, right?
Of course.
Well, I'm reading more comics on a weekly basis than I've read in years. So I'm going to do my best to keep up with that this year. I haven't been excited to read comics in a long time, and I'm excited to read comics now. I'm excited to read the Energon stuff. I'm excited to read the Ultimate stuff. There's a lot of books that I'm looking forward to reading, each time they come out, and I can't say
What was
how
the
long it's
book-
been for that.
What was the book that broke the seal for you for that? To get excited about reading again?
I mean, there was multiple books, but definitely the Transformers stuff. Really excited.
The Void Rivals.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did read Transformers 1, and then it caught me by surprise actually. I've never been. I mean, I remember watching Transformers as a kid, but it never latched on to me like other people in my age group. But just being familiar enough with the fandom, and then reading that first comic, I was I like where the direction they're taking this.
Yeah.
I've been told to read Penguin. You know what's another really good book? I've been told to read Penguin, but I've been told to read Shazam. That World's Finest that Mark Waid is doing is excellent.
Really?
That was another one that just really blew me away. So that was really good. There's a couple really good books out there, and there's some I'm really looking forward to. So,
Is Hickman writing all the Ultimates? Do
no,
you guys know?
just
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because Momoko's doing the X-Men.
Yeah. So, good stuff, man.
Variety.
Do you think that the X-Men, when X-Men comes out, we're going to see the same thing? Everybody going crazy about it. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3 on the list, that type of thing.
I feel like it's gonna be I feel like people are gonna order a shit ton of it, but I don't think it's gonna have the same effect unless you're a fan of the Demon Days stuff.
Yeah.
Good point. I agree.
Shout out to This Is the Zodiac. He says, first time watching, great show. Well, thanks for letting us know, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun tonight, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good show. Excellent show.
But we miss you, Joe. Feel better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Send some thoughts and love Joe's way. He's dealing with the flu, it sounds like. So, Daryl Ballman says, is Ultimate X-Men overordered because of Momoko? Who knows? Who knows? A lot of people really liked that Demon Days series. So
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Is it good? Have you guys read it?
I
or-
didn't read it. No.
I read a few of the one shots here and there, but I didn't read every single issue.
Okay.
It's a cool interpretation on it, and I kind of wish they just kind of left it as their own universe to let her keep on doing stuff within that, and then let someone else write Ultimate X-Men.
You
That's-
really have to be a Momoko lover, though, to read that, because you're going to be going into her cover, and she did all the panels, too, right?
I mean, that's not... So, I mean...
Because the
I
look of
kinda-
it looks completely different than anything I've ever seen.
Right, but Demon Days was like a feudal Japan time period too.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a completely different time. Like
That's a
instead
good
of
point.
yeah.
Yep.
So that I think that's why I gave it a little bit more leeway.
Cool. I'll have to definitely check it out.
Another book I heard that's really good is the Conan book from Titan. I heard that's really good. So
Nice.
all right, you guys. That is the show, the list for February 9th, 2024. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down and leave a comment. If you have any constructive criticism, we'd always love to hear it. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to say. And shout out to everybody that's catching it on the rewind. We love you guys. And we got a good show on Modern Comic Mayhem tomorrow night. Trish Forstner and Tony Fleece are going to be on to talk about Feral for the first half of the show. And then I'm trying to get Sean from Comics Elite, Merc Publishing, to come on and talk about the Shikari Taylor Swift book. So, yeah, good stuff.
Before you
Also,
go,
shout
Brian.
out to our boy Billy at Economics and Comics. Make sure you guys go give Billy a follow, one of the great content creators in this YouTube game. Go ahead, Richie.
So, out of the 4 guys on the panel in the chat, who's winning the Super Bowl and by how many points? Let's go.
I think Kansas
Chiefs?
City is going to win, but I'm rooting for San Francisco.
Kansas City's a 1.5 point favorite. I feel like if San Francisco doesn't win this, they are officially the Bills of the 90s. Right? Is it the 80s or the 90s?
Hold it. The
80s.
Chiefs are now favored. They were like 2-point dogs.
Yeah, they're favored by 1.5 points.
It's not Manchester United. They're not gonna win. Oh, my bad.
I think
I
it's
would
going to be a
love
really
to.
good
I would
Super
love to
Bowl.
see the Niners win, and I would love to see their defense
too.
just stifle Kansas City, like Bosa and Chase Young just destroy. You know what I mean? That'd be cool to see. I like Bosa and Chase Young.
Are you going to Arizona again? Like you or Havasu?
Laughlin. No, shout out to This Is the Zodiac who just subscribed. Appreciate that.
Nice.
Nope.
Very cool.
Just going to hang out with the peeps for Super Bowl weekend and enjoy the time. And last Super Bowl weekend, my mom slipped on water and broke her neck
gosh.
while my dad was recovering from a broken neck at the same time. So we're going to make sure
remember
we're
that.
very safe this year.
Yeah, it's. I'm sorry to hear that about your parents, Brian.
It's all good, dude. They're better now.
But yeah, as long as Burrow's hurt, the Chiefs will be in the Super Bowl. That's just the way it is, because they can't beat the Bengals. Plain and
The
simple.
craziest part about last year though was it was the same like vertebrae, wasn't it?
Yeah, the C5s. They both broke their C5s. So
Did they both slip on water?
my mom did.
that-
My dad had his medically broken because they had to go in and make some space and put in a spacer thing. So he it's craziness, absolutely craziness. Yeah. So
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man.
yeah, they're better. So
But for Ninth Wonder, go 49ers.
my dad's a huge 49ers fan. I grew up a Giants fan, and my dad's always been a 49ers fan. And man, that created my love for football. Is that rivalry in the 80s and 90s.
Nice.
But I'm rooting for San Francisco. Fortunately, I think there's just too much veteran leadership with KC. Purdy's a young starting quarterback that we'll see.
Young gay manager.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying. I don't think so. But
That being said, much love, everybody. Stein, what do you say?
See ya.